I expected this match to be over by now so that I can get to sleep because I have to be up early. Wait, does this mean that we are off?
We are off! The tournament has begun. Or not the tournament, but the match has begun. And a little bit of desync here. Should be fixed up.
mik0!
Oh no, mik0!
The first Goomba in 1-1!
That's unfortunate.
That is going to be a huge setback right off the bat.
So, but anyway, 1-1, unlike what mik0 showed there, what impression he might have given you, is a pretty straightforward level. It's basically you run to the right and you jump, as is most of World 1. For the most part, it's not anything too complicated, and it's just sort of a warm-up to an appetizer for your palate, you may say, for any percent. Coding did get a trick around the halfway point of the level there. I don't know how many people caught that, but he
I didn't.
Yeah, he got
bad
which basically is if you slide down a slope towards a Goomba, or I believe it can be done with a Koopa as well, but I don't think there's anywhere that's good to do it for. But if you slide down the slope on a Goomba, there's a sub-pixel per window for you to release the slide and jump on the Goomba so that you get a quick speed boost, which Coding got there. It's pretty much RNG whether you'll get it or not. There's no real good setup for it, but it does save like a very small amount of time and also looks really cool. Heading into 1-2 here.
If you're expecting it, it can lose time.
Yeah, because it could make you take the propeller shroom out of that ground pound very differently. If you aren't ready for it possibly happening to you, mik0.
Okay. So yeah, 1-2. Grabbing a star. Stars make us go fast and invincible. So we want to get them wherever it doesn't take us too far out of the way.
Yeah, and 1-2, at least for me, is the most annoying level in World 1, considering it is a cave level, and while it is still pretty much run to the right, jump and slide, there's a lot more opportunities for you to just bonk on walls or ceilings, and it can lose you a significant amount of time if you aren't being careful with your movements. Heading into 1-3, we saw, I believe, both Junior and Coding doing a trick at the beginning that mik0 will more than likely also do as well, which is getting a triple jump off of that first question mark block. And the reason we do this is because that hammer bro at the beginning has a good chance of just jumping up right when you get to him and throwing a hammer and making you lose propeller, which is not good because the propeller saves a lot of time later on in the run. So in order to make sure that he doesn't do that, you can just get a triple jump off of that question mark block and bonk him on the head. And heading up towards the end of this level as well, there's also a choice between a carefully timed triple jump and a carefully timed single or double jump to get onto the secret platform to get to the secret exit. I did not actually see which one each player went for. They don't lose. Going for a triple jump is slower, but it's a lot safer. You have a lot larger window to spin and make the jump. But it is a little bit slower if you do it unoptimally. So I don't know which one each player went for, but it shouldn't affect their runs too much at this point. A few tenths of a second can be a lot for a personal best, but not a lot for a no reset in this game. This game's very punishing for mistakes later on. Luckily, no runner has made a huge mistake other than mik0's death in 1-1. But he can make that up if Junior and Coding both make mistakes later on in the run, which they most likely will.
Yeah, so, out of all of the places that you can die in this game, dying at the beginning of 1-1 is probably one of the best places to die. The best would probably be the very beginning of 8-2, as that only loses like 15 to 20 seconds, depending on loads.
Yeah. And that's just because the enemy is right there.
Well, it's not even an enemy, but we will cover that when we get there, I guess.
The game is an enemy, if we're being fair.
Yeah, so, grabbing another star out of that roulette block there.
Yeah, you will always get a star out of that block if you do the same movement towards it every single time. So it looks really cool to the naked eye, but it's not too difficult. But I mean, hey, if you memorize it, you can show it off to your friends and pretend like you have really good luck.
So yeah, Coding and Junior both doing a trick at the end of 5-1 known as water skip, where they jump out of the water and spin to skip having to swim all the way through. mik0 getting it as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that saves about 2 seconds. Although mik0 messing up a little bit at the end.
Yeah. Nothing too bad though. Maybe a second time loss at most. And he's getting pipe jumps, so he looks cool. And he saves like 0.3 or something.
0.2.
Yeah. Water skips, at least it was a barrier for me getting into 5-1 when I was trying to go for better times. It was fantastic because any mistake in it and you can hit the piranhas, the balls that they're blowing up towards you, and lose propeller, and then also drop into the water, and it's just the worst feeling.
So I see some people in chat pointing out that Coding appears to be splicing his runs, and people saying that splicing is not allowed in this tournament. I would like to inform you guys that that is completely false. Splicing is 100% allowed as long as it is not.
ECA, please. ECA, please. You are spreading propaganda and false hope to this generation. Anyway, we have actual things to explain. Like, here for instance, where all three runners actually are opting to go for 5-3, you can pick 5-2 there on the map after coming out of that unavoidable piranha fight. 5-3 is faster, but it is much harder to do. And a special accordance because these Bram balls, these enemies, the two suction cup legs and the weird looking head, have the worst hitboxes. Their legs are really only hittable close to their head and close to their feet, but there's no real way to tell if you're going to hit them or not, just based off the naked eye looking at them. So they're just awful to try to work with, and you need to have your movement very precise and very well down in order to not end up getting hit. And none of them needed it as well, but I should probably mention it before we head into 5 Tower here, that there is actually a backup propeller in case you lost it in any of the earlier levels. In 5-3, there is a roulette block coming out of a pipe, which all the runners passed by. So if they had lost propeller up to this point, they could have just waited till 5-3 to get it. However, from this point on, the next 2 levels require heavy use of propeller, and there really is no...
So yeah, this level here is a cycle-based level. 2-man cycles. You're going to see both of them right now. So yeah, Coding getting the very precise 5-5-6 cycle, whereas Junior is getting the 5-4-6 cycle.
We're going to see
if he was able to get 5-5-6, he will be able to catch up to Junior a little bit.
Yeah. And it is worth noting that up to this point, Junior and Coding were like legitimately synced for like more than a level.
mik0 getting 5-5-6, although it was fairly close.
So
yeah, the boss here, as long as you do the same thing every single time, he will always pop up at the same places, so don't need to worry too much. So yeah, mik0 and Coding saving about 7.5 seconds over Junior in this level here.
Now, we will see Coding and Junior's decisions coming up here going into 5-4, whether they want to save at this save point or not before 5-4. 5-4 is a level which is an auto-scroller normally when you play this game. Okay, looks like Coding's saving here. However, auto-scrollers, 1, are slow, 2, are boring, 3, don't look cool, and 4, make me very angry. So, what we do instead...
I'd just like to say that you can spice them up by swagging out. Anyways.
You absolutely can, but that's not as cool as what Coding and Junior and mik0, actually, I should mention him too, he's coming up to it, are about to do, which is use Propeller to just skip the whole level. There's enough platforms here, enough question mark blocks just scattered throughout.
And this invisible conveyor belt at the top of the level here.
Yeah, shout out to this platform. They didn't need to make that accessible, but they did for some reason, and you can go on it and finish the
skip. They knew that we wouldn't want to ride the auto scroller because it sucks. So yeah,
it is actually terrible.
So yeah, them saving, if they were to fail the skip, they could reset their console and try again. Luckily, all three of them getting it first try.
Yep. I saw Junior got a 352. I did not see what. Oh, Coding got a 350. mik0 gonna probably get a 351. So pretty close times. Junior saving a little bit over Coding and mik0. But all three of them with a first try 5-4 skip, which is very nice. Because those jumps are pretty precise. And are definitely chokeable due to how this game loves to handle spin inputs. Or I should say not handle spin input.
Yeah.
Heading into Ghost House here, pretty much nothing too special in this level. There is
Coding
can mess it a bit, as we do see with Coding, but he was able to back up and save and not lose too much time. And coming up at the very end here as well is a jump between a couple boos in this boo ring, which saves a little bit of time, looks cool, and can make you lose Propeller if you mess it up, which can lead to the famous lost your run to boo ring meme that DCA started.
Yeah.
mik0 gonna go for it here as well. Got it. Junior looked like he messed up his jumps on the staircase, so he had to wait a little bit for the boo ring to come around, losing himself a little bit of time to CodingBoy.
Are you like super behind? Is your stream super behind, or are you just commenting very late?
I don't think I am commentating a bit late. What's your timer on for Coding?
12:25.
Okay. I'm only like a second behind you.
Okay, you're just commenting late. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I have to catch up. Yeah. So heading into World 8 here. Very spicy lava world. Ooch, ouch, hot. And we're heading into 8-1, which is a level with a few different tricks in it. I'll let DCA explain because I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, okay, so right here, what Coding and maybe, not Junior taking damage. Not too big of a deal, though. Hopefully. Okay, so yeah, what Coding did there was he grabbed a shell and threw it while he was in his propelling animation, and what that did was canceled it so that he could fall faster instead of having to drill down. That saves about half a second. Junior, these meteors here that are falling from the sky are entirely RNG. There's a few different patterns that you can get. You can avoid all of them, but some of them are really stupid.
Yeah. With optimal movement, I believe all of them are like perfectly avoidable, but if you do any mess ups like Junior did, then
it's not that he messed up, it's that he got one of the really bad patterns that's stupid hard to avoid. But you can't avoid it. Yeah, I think that the pattern that he got is actually one of the rarest, I believe. mik0 deciding to bonk on the flagpole is there.
Yep.
Okay.
Accidental input.
And then before we get too far away from it, at the end of the level, they did 2 damage boosts followed by a triple jump over a lava pillar. That's a lot faster than just waiting or going over them with, well.
Yeah. Well, for the level,
and it's like 2 seconds faster overall, but it's stupid fast. And,
and pretty much path only at this point until strats get better.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, the triple jump they did is actually not a damage boost, it's a triple jump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It may look like they're just damage boosting through that pillar, but you are actually jumping barely over the top of the hitbox for it. So it can be pretty finicky when you're learning it, because it's not super easy to tell just from like looking at where you are on that pillar.
So yeah, A2 here, the only level we do entirely small, as this last room here that Coding is just finishing is a lot easier small.
Coding actually making real good work of that last room as well.
Yeah. There are meteors at the beginning of the level. There's one bad pattern that you can get in this level, but it's avoidable if you do the proper movement, just like with A1.
Yeah. Though there have been many runs that have died to that bad pattern, and it is very funny. Because
that bad pattern is the best place in the run to die, though.
Yeah. And all three runners doing pretty good in 8-2. So they get to move right on to 8-7, which is an unskippable auto-scroller, unlike 5-4. Now, 8-7 is just roller coasters. The only place to save time in 8-7 is between the roller coasters and jumping off of the roller coasters, where you can save a little bit of momentum by jumping off the coasters, right? And then doing some wall jumps up some semi-solid platforms to save a little bit of time. But other than that, you're basically just standing on these roller coasters and trying not to lag strat too hard that you just end up dying. It is very easy to swag strat too hard and die here. Everyone has everyone has lost multiple runs to this auto scroller. Everyone has lost auto scroller.
So last Sunday there was a New Super Mario Bros. Series relay where two teams raced through the entire game, or no, the entire series, every single game in the series, 90%. So one of the runners was in this level, swagging out, and they went a bit overboard and ended up falling off, I think, the second coaster, losing about like a minute, or what? I don't know.
I think it was a minute, yeah. Someone in chat was asking for world record in this category, by the way. I believe the fastest time with loads is still Fade's 24:29. Fastest time without it is KG's 22:17.
Okay. So basically, the way that loads work is that
you're
like these are just stupid.
They're enchanted with black magic, and we have not yet decoded.
Yeah. So loads are stupid and different. So yeah, the current world record, first off, all runs that are 25 minutes exactly and under are chimed without loads to make it even for top level players. And the current world record without loads is a 22:17.600 by PidgeySR, who is in the chat right now. Hi, Pidgey. Can I get your autograph? Mr. World Record holder.
He's actually taking a hit on these last lava pillars here. He's gonna have to get a backup shroom from his inventory. And Coding also got a 339 in 8-7, which is really nice. I think that's one below optimal, but optimal's stupid, so basically optimal.
Not really. Also, I think a 341 is possible if you're like perfect.
Yeah, but like nobody's perfect. That's actually moral of the story today. Remember,
kids. Cough, cough, mik0. So yeah, all two runners heading into airship here, grabbing propeller at the beginning of the level.
Till the end of the game.
Yeah, we can do a couple of skips with the propeller. I don't know how much they actually save if you do all of them. I don't think anyone's actually timed it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's tried to optimize or time it without doing these.
Low percent moment. We should look at low percent.
Yeah, but Coding getting his way through the first two of the skips there. Junior making his way up to the second skip. I know I'm a little bit behind, so... Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you should refresh your stream.
Alright. Can I have a quick shout out to the fact that streams start on full volume when I refresh the page, so I have to make sure I mute it every single time. That's great. Anyway.
So yeah, Coding and Junior making it through all of the skips and heading into the Bowser Jr. fight now. So this fight, what you're intended to do is use these bombs that Bowser Jr. is throwing down at you. So yeah, you're supposed to ground pound those back up at him, but we don't want to do that. That's slow. So we're going to try and hit a ground pound in a 2-frame window when his power car is oscillating downwards. That allows us to hit him.
Yeah. Coding went for first hit there, which is basically trying to go for bombless, which is the name of the trick, before hitting him with his first bomb from the ground. It loses a bit of time if you miss it, but if you do it right, then it is the optimal way to play this fight. Unfortunately, it looks like Coding was not able to get it, so he lost a little bit of time. Junior did not go for it, so he's going to catch up.
Miko went for it, but missed it.
Yeah. Junior also not actually getting any bombless hits either. Miko coming into the fight now. Oh, he got it!
Oh, what? Miko. Now I'm a little bit behind. So yeah, Miko definitely getting a little bit back in here. It is still very much anyone's game. Also, if the stream could please actually load. Okay, thank you.
And all 3 runners heading into 8 Castle with very close times. 8 Castle, however, don't think that this is going to be a close race from start to finish, though. 8 Castle has a lot of points that can very well screw over you and lose you like a full minute. That was horrible grammar. Because there's a lot of lava pits, there's a lot of fighting to do, there's a lot of just bottomless pits as well, and a lot of places where small movement errors can really add up on you. So Coding and Junior here heading into the first room. The first room, I'd say, is probably the most movement intensive. Like, there's nothing else here except just moving between these moving between these fire bars, trying not to get hit, and trying to lose as little speed as possible. Coding doing a pretty good job with it. Did not see Junior's first half, but it looks like his time's good. If a little, no, I think he bonked somewhere. His time's a bit behind. But all 3 runners looking like they're having a pretty decent first room here. The second room here is, I think we call it Lava Room. I don't know if it actually has a name other than that. But it's basically just this small little mini auto-scroller where you stand on these falling platforms and wait for the lava to go down to the bottom of the room, where a pipe awaits you that takes you to Bowser's room. See, the thing with this room is that if you want to be as fast as possible, ideally you'd want to get in that pipe as soon as it's on screen, as soon as the smallest pixel of it is available in the game's memory space for you to go in. Coding, not late, but like technically not frame perfect, but still pretty good there. But the issue with that is that it is possible to try to go into that pipe early to save time, and then just hit the lava. All 3 runners avoiding that, thankfully, because that is one of the more painful deaths you can have in this game. But it is something to keep in mind going into Lava Room before Bowser fight, especially considering the nerves that build up. Coding just made his way through it. Junior's into it now, where you just have these fireballs in this hallway that are completely RNG. Most of the patterns are perfectly fine just to keep speed and jump through. A couple of them do require you to have to go down to that pit a little bit and lose a little bit of time, which Junior did. And we are heading into the Bowser fight, where you just hit the switch and yeah, the fight's over. And oh no, that's not Peach. No, what happened to Peach? Guys, I'm scared. What happened to Peach?
So yeah,
there's a second half of the fight.
Yeah, so coming up here, we are going into the section of the fight known as Escape. It starts off with manipulating where Bowser shoots these giant fireballs so that they make a straight line, so that you can just run straight through. So yeah, Bowser actually had a chance to swipe right there. He did not for coding, but
I think coding actually went too early. Bowser, yeah, Bowser killed one of his fireballs there. Sorry.
Junior not getting swipes, I believe. No, Junior got swipes. Maybe? I can't tell.
No, he didn't. Because if you get swipes, those two fireballs are super far apart.
Yeah. mik0 also mounting up on the manipulation, but coding closing it out with a 25-15.
Very, very good time for coding. GG's for him. We're going to see as mik0 and Junior finish up their runs here. I was about to start announcing their times as they finish, and then I realized, Junior with a 25-33. Thank you for the
finishing up right after.
mik0 did, in fact, get Tommy strat, which makes his run the most valid. Which is just a wall jump off that last wall, saves a very small amount of time if done optimally, but also looks really cool and is at the very end of the run. mik0, my guess is probably like mid 4x. Or as I can quote in chat, 25 something or rather. But in any case, that does make CodingBoy the winner of this race. I do not think the loads are anywhere close enough to close that gap. So yeah, CodingBoy will be moving on to the playoff round, and Junior and mik0 are sadly eliminated. But it was a great race from all three runners. All three of them getting sub 26 minutes as their final time, which is a really nice race time, especially in a high pressure setting like this. So definite big GGs to all three runners. No one slacked off here today. And I think we are going to get people in here for interviews. I see coding in the setup channel. All right. And we also have the best credit sequence of all time, because you can play through it and get coins from the brick blocks, which we can use to make many different numbers appear at the end of. We are definitely extremely mature about this room and its opportunities. Oh, okay,
hello, Junior and coding. Yeah, let me say that again. Hello, Junior and coding.
Crazy, dude.
Welcome, GG's on that race. That was very exciting to watch.
Yeah, definitely. What did mik0 get?
He did not know his timer, and then he said 25 something or rather in chat, so I don't think he was.
He said 25 4x, I believe.
Yeah, I want to say he got a mid 4x.
Yeah.
Hey, you beat my PB.
So yeah, coding, you will be moving on to the bracket stage.
Yeah, that's cool.
Congrats,
I'm glad I won this race, because yeah, like the other two races that I lost in the group stage, I was quite annoyed by, to be honest, so I'm kind of glad that I won this. But yeah,
sort of a redemption race for you.
And mik0.
Yeah, shout out to the fact that I now have to like figure out how to make this work.
In challenge.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
That's funny though. In the beginning of the stream, we're just mik0's just playing Sunshine. I'm playing Sub 64.
Oh yeah, coding. Did you notice what was going on with the stream at the beginning, or?
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm streaming over mobile data because I'm in a place where I don't have Wi-Fi, so.
Oh.
Stream quality wasn't the best. I also had to turn it down to like.
That explains or something.
But I don't think like it. I hope it didn't affect the like restream and the timing. I think it always caught up.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was fine.
Yeah, it wasn't quickly enough to cause problems.
I did pause the time accidentally, after 1-1 for like a second.
Oh,
Ooh,
it's actually
ooh, we
for
see a difference.
25-16. But
instant disqualification.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh man, how am I supposed to do this? I really don't know.
We hear DCA's existential crisis over challenge. How do you feel about the race, Junior?
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I got a 25 that race. I'm really happy about that.
I didn't see any major mistakes from you in that run.
Yeah, I made like a couple mistakes. Like I didn't get bearing. I messed up at 5-1
Yeah.
and I messed up 8-1 and then 8-2. I messed up like majority of the levels in the run. Just like movement. But I didn't
Yeah,
die,
but
which is
nothing like
cool.
yeah, but nothing huge, which is the biggest thing in races.
Yeah.
Are we getting mik0 in here for an interview, or did he decline? I didn't see.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure about that, but I'm kind of focused on something else right now.
You sound like you're having a great time.
I'm not. Okay, yeah, mik0 saying I'll be back in the interview.
So, do you guys have any further thoughts on your run? Anything you want to point out that we might have missed during commentary?
uh,
Well,
I don't know.
not really. I played some levels quite safe, to be honest. Like 5-4, I did the power block strat.
Yeah.
Didn't want to risk doing something stupid. But I
That's
did
fair.
go. Oh yeah, also in 8-2, I did a slightly safer route. Like at the in the second room at the beginning with the spike balls.
Were you
Because
two
I died
watching?
there in the last race. So.
Were you two watching the race as it was going down, particularly mik0's death in 1-1?
Wait, I didn't
While I
say
was
that.
listening to it.
What?
Yeah, mik0 died to the first Goomba in 1-1.
No, I never watch the stream when I'm running. I never did it.
Yeah, I was just
Which,
wondering if that
yeah.
impacted your decision-making process at all.
It'd make me more nervous if I did watch it while I was running.
Yeah, well, for me, I mean, I saw that. Well, I heard the death, but I knew that like it was a freeway race, so there wasn't really any point already starting to play safer from there on.
Okay.
So it didn't really change my playstyle.
Right.
Yeah, congrats, coding.
Yeah, GG to Junior and mik0.
GG to all the runners.
Yeah. This is a great race, actually. Probably the best one I've had the pleasure of commentating. So I guess I should probably wrap us up because I think DCA is just dealing with some personal issues related to the tournament right now.
I don't even know what to do at this point. I'll figure this out in a way. I'm just gonna
rename mik0 to TheCodingBoy in challenge. Can you do that?
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. That's not.
All right, so I can do our goodbyes here.
Yes, please.
Hold on, I think I remember the command. It's !R and !C to follow runners and commentators, right?
Yes.
Okay, you did then. Or you did. So yes, follow the runners, follow the commentators. Please follow me. I am very lonely and I want friends.
Wow.
If you want to know more about this tournament, DCA just posted the link to the bracket, the upcoming schedule for this tournament. There are no upcoming scheduled games for this tournament right now, as we're finishing off dealing with some scheduling issues right at the end. So
Yeah.
Isn't there like another tiebreaker or something?
Yeah, we have one more tiebreaker in Group D, I believe.
Yep, Group D, and then we have one match remaining in Group B. Although that match, I don't think that match is ever happening. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the results anyways, so we'll see what happens with that.
They shall be eliminated. No. But yeah. And if you do want to check out the Discord for this tournament as well to stay up to date on updates, then that link is there as well. Check out the SpeedGaming schedule in general, and I will actually look at this, see if there's anything else coming up that I can refer y'all to. No, I think this is the last game of the day for anything on SpeedGaming, so
yeah.
So I guess go to sleep. It is nighttime. It is Betty Bye time.
Like a place where it's not nighttime, in which case, have a great day.
Hey, should I sing a lullaby?
No.
Hold on.
I will end it. If you do, I will just end the
lullaby. I'm looking up lullaby lyrics. Hold on.
Okay,
lullaby
I want to thank everyone who stuck throughout the entire beginning with all the technical difficulties for being very patient. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Baba Black Sheep isn't a lullaby. Is Baba Black Sheep a lullaby?
Okay, all right. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next time.